Hey, I missed y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to this channel, I'm AJ, mental health advocate. I have several mental illnesses going on, and you'll find out a lot about these illnesses and some other ones that you probably never heard of on this channel, as well as now my weight loss journey. And boy, do I have something to report. I met my goal for January. Okay, so just to recap, I started this journey September 25th, October 25th, I lost 5 pounds. November 25th, I lost another 5 pounds. I didn't meet my weight goal in December, which is the reason why you didn't get a video in December. And I was all bummed out because I actually had not been eating as clean, my fault, in December. And then for I think Christmas weekend, I pigged out. There was about a week I had cheat meals. I had a cheat week, not a cheat day. And you know, I just wasn't eating clean. I certainly wasn't exercising as much and all this business. So I had actually gained a pound. I started at 297 in July. 297, 300, somewhere around it. That's the most I've ever weighed in my adult life. I had been a 14 to 16 for years. And about, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I had gained 80 pounds. So that's why I started this weight loss journey, because, you know, I already have insomnia. I already have an overactive bladder, always going. I had knee problems, back problems, spasm, joint pain, couldn't get up a flight of stairs. I just got sick and tired of being in pain. And I think I said that in one of these videos as far as the description goes. So, you know, again, I was down to about 292-ish somewhere in October, and then about 287 in November. Now it is January 31st and I'm down to 273. So I've lost 13 pounds. Here's my thinking. I am going on a cruise in October. And I said, well, if I lose 7 pounds a month, that'll be 70 pounds by the time the cruise gets here. And let's just see. I will have lost all but 10 pounds. At the rate that I'm going, having dropped 13, you know, I'll lose that 80 pounds plus, or I'll lose 70 pounds a lot, you know, more quickly. So where am I as far as my dimensions? I'm 5'8.5". I now weigh 273. I am a 42 triple D cup. Now I can wear a 40 triple D. I'm a 22, and I in jeans. Some things I can wear 20, but more or less that's anything that's elastic. But I'm 22 tall in jeans, and they're starting to fit more loose. I, you know, can pull them up, and then my thighs, which have always been an issue, I can squeeze. I don't have to squeeze in them, so that's really good. I don't know what my body fat percentage is right now. I guess that totally went over my head when I went to the doctor's appointment. So all of this happened between December 28th, is where I had that 1 pound weigh-in, and January 24th, dropped 13 pounds. So this are my dimensions, and that's my goals. What am I doing? Eating clean and walking. That's, I know it sounds cliche-ish, but it's 90% diet, and some people say 80. It's 90% diet and 10% exercise. You have to be active. So I guess my typical day is, let me see. I'll get up and I'll have oatmeal in the mornings because I need my carbs. I tried to go walking or just a protein breakfast, and I was hungry and dizzy and just out of breath and really fatigued halfway through my walk. I'm doing about 3 to 4 miles every morning or every afternoon whenever I get up. Again, insomnia. So I'll have some unsweetened oatmeal. It's always unsweetened, with unsweetened almond milk with or without blueberries, and a scoop of protein powder. That's breakfast. For lunch, I'll have a protein shake and or a small salad. Somewhere for a snack, just because I'm a chip eater and I need something crunchy, I'll dip some cucumbers in vinegar and garlic, and I'll eat on that, or I'll eat some fat-free, sugar-free yogurt just to get more protein in. And then for dinner, I'll have some lean protein and a double or triple amount of vegetables. So again, that's my low diet: low fat, low sodium, low sugar, low carbs. And it's been kind of tricky. I use my Fitness Pal. And then I went on, let me say this, I went on to one of those macro counter sites, you know, just to monitor my fats, carbs, and protein. And it said for my height, my weight, my exercise habits, which is sort of kind of light to moderate, as I said, that I need, what was it? 175 grams of protein per day, 175 carbs, and no more than 39 fat. And that's what I try to plug into my Fitness Pal as far as what my goals are. And I've been pretty much sticking to that or coming underneath those numbers, around 1,700 calories per day. I have to speak with my nutrition, or the nutritionist at my doctor's office in about 2 weeks. I saw her in passing when I went on Monday, and I told her, like, hey, since July I've dropped 24 pounds. So and most of that had been within the last month and a half. Give me some suggestions about what else I could be doing. Just getting up and walking and drinking about 60 some odd ounces of water per day. Now, I had someone who told me you're supposed to drink half your body weight in water. I would be going all day. I have a 20-ounce Rubbermaid water bottle by my bed, and I drink about 3, maybe 3.5 of those a day. That's all I can handle. So that's what I've been basically up to, eating clean and walking, and I've dropped 13 pounds in less than a month. I was going to tell you guys something. Income. Okay, let me say this. When you are losing weight, you're going to spend some money. I'm not talking about fad diets or anything like that. Healthier groceries, a good supportive pair of sneakers, a gym membership or not, a personal trainer, supplements, athletic clothing, a good sports bra. You're going to spend some money. And if I could do it on a fixed income, anybody can do it. I mean, I have had to spend some money. You may or may not need the protein shakes, but I was just trying different things. I found one that works for me. There's this craze about matcha tea that's supposed to help you lose weight. So the protein shake that I found that's gotten rave reviews is Orgain. And I use the Orgain Slim. And with that, it's supposed to help absorb or prevent fat from building up and all this business. But I like the Orgain. It doesn't really leave an aftertaste. It'll keep me full for about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, which doesn't seem like much. But if you're eating 4 or 5 small meals a day, that's one of your small meals. And I'll do the Orgain Vanilla. It's about $20-something. So you get 10 servings out of that 1 pound container. Each of them, it's 2 scoops is a serving for a grand total of 150 calories. Now, I've had to order maybe 3 or 4 of those. I think they sell it at Target, but it was a little cheaper on Amazon. I've had to order about 3 or 4 of those. Then I tried that, let me see if I can pronounce it, Garcinia Cambogia, the Metabo Slim Max. Whether it works or it doesn't work, I'm not sure yet. I've only been taking it for about a week. And then their sister product, the Power Max, that's as an appetite suppressant. I didn't think that one really worked, but I tried this Metabo Slim Max just to see what it does for my system. And I don't know if that had to do with the 13 pounds or if it doesn't. But I guess I can continue taking it because I'm told that if you mix that with apple cider vinegar, the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, then together it should really help you lose weight, because that apple cider vinegar really detoxifies you, and it cleanses you, and it regulates blood pressure, and it's supposed to prevent cancer, and it cleans your colon, and all these different health benefits of apple cider vinegar. So I have that before my oatmeal in the morning on an empty stomach, about 1 to 2 tablespoons and 8 ounces of water. It is strong and it's nasty, but working in tandem with this Metabo is supposed to really absorb fat or what have you. But a lot of the old folks say, take your apple cider vinegar in the morning, baby. It's good for your skin, good for your pressure. Not that I have high blood pressure, but those were some of the supplements that I was taking. Whether I'll continue with those pills, I don't know. For now, probably not. But because I spent $20 on that, they gave me this big discount. It's all a gimmick. But because I spent $20 on that little bottle, I guess I'll finish taking it, but I will continue to do the apple cider vinegar in the mornings. What else? Supplements, spending money, dimensions, clothing. Mental illness. How have I been doing? Well, I still see my outpatient therapist every 2 to 3 weeks. I think I'm up to 3 weeks now, so at least I'm not seeing her 2 days per week anymore. I still see the psychiatrist so that I can get my meds every 2, maybe 2.5 months. And the only thing I can say that's still, I mean, I've had my depressive days, like for example, when I didn't meet my weight goal in December, that compounded a personal issue that I was going through that devastated me. So the first couple of days of January, I picked out. I had Wendy's pizza and Chinese food just back to back for 3 days because I said, to hell with it. I'm not losing any weight, and I got frustrated. And emotional eating is the one thing that after almost 4 years of therapy, I still have a difficult time getting a grip on, and feeling bad about things that I can't control, and not being very good with stress tolerance and, you know, all this business that they teach you in DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, which I like to call destruction beyond tears, because oh God, it would just break you down. It will really help you. It is an effective tool for things like borderline personality disorder, and it teaches you all kinds of emotion regulation and all this, but it's a lot, you know, to learn, to memorize. Anyway, that's a different video. I think I said something in another video about DBT, but emotional eating is one thing that has been a persistent problem for me, whining about things that I can't control. And, you know, you've heard me say before, I've had my good days and I've had my bad days. Good days are pretty good. Bad days, I'm just in bed. I feel like blah. I'm canceling appointments. I'm having crying spells. I take out my frustration on Facebook and on Tumblr. The Tumblr site is ajhindsight.tumblr.com, you know, because my book is titled Hindsight is 2020. And you can find me on Facebook at AJ Wright Mental, WRITE. And that's been, you know, a problem for me. Sleep is getting better. You know, I have the melatonin that I take, and that's about 3 milligrams. Now I'm up to 6 milligrams. I need 2 of them to knock me out. And it'll work in less than an hour, I notice. But the problem is I'll sleep and wake up in the middle of the day. But that's because I'm going to bed at 3 o'clock. When I started all of this, I would go to bed maybe 10, 11. I can wake up in the morning at a decent hour like normal people. But since, you know, there's still that bit of insomnia there, racing thoughts, anxiety, no matter how much I walk, then, you know, I end up falling asleep 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But the walking has helped. You know, I'm doing about 2 to 3, sometimes 4 miles a day. Like, for example, my barber, I just left him this morning. It's 2 miles from my house. I walk up to the shop and I walk home. Except, you know, weather permitting. It was freezing this morning. And last couple of days, it had been kind of cold. Plus, last week and a half, I think, ago, there was snow. And it was like 3 solid days of ice. But I know there are things I can be doing at home. I recommend floor exercises. I mean, do 5 until you can do 10, so you can do 15. There's always something you can be doing. You know, for me, I like to do a lot of leg work because I have cellulite and, you know, just the cottage cheese, and it looks real bad. So I said, if I'm burning fat, I can tone at the same time. And I'll do, you know, some donkey kicks, some mountain climbers. I'll do some leg raises. I have a Jeanette Jenkins 20-minute, or is it 30-minute DBT workout DVD. And I can do most of that without getting tired. So I said, well, when I'm able to do all of it, then maybe I'll move on to something like P90X, or, you know, one of those insane, and that's why it's called insanity, but one of those insane Beachbody videos. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. You know, I still have the trouble areas, the double chin, the turkey arms, the back flab, the gut, and the muffin tops. I need to be doing more ab work, so as I lose, I can tone. But, whoo, it is really difficult. Next month, to my regimen, starting in February, I'll start taking swimming lessons because I'm 39. Like a lot of black women, I don't know how to swim. But when I go on this cruise in October, I want to horseback ride in the ocean and I want to go play with the dolphins. So I said, well, in addition to the walking and swimming, and you know, in addition to the walking, I want to add swimming. And that will be for, I guess, maybe 8-9 months, something like that. A few times per month. Hopefully then I'll have it down pat. And that's at the gym where I have a membership. I actually, because you can suspend it, at least in my gym, up to 3 months without penalty. So I said, well, I'll come back in March when it's warm. And then I said, duh, you're out there walking in the winter. Why don't you just go back to the gym, you know, and where it's nice and warm on the inside. I typically don't do machines because they pound on my knees and my legs and it makes it hurt really bad. Now, if I'm sitting, like doing something like lat pulls or butterflies or even on the bench attempting to lift, then I can do. I can do the aerobics classes, but something about those treadmills and those standing machines hurt really bad. So I said that'll be a good combination for me. Walking, swimming, and aerobics classes. I've dropped 13 in less than a month, and at the rate I'm going, woohoo! Happy dance. Let me stand up. Happy dance, happy dance. I will, you know, be pretty much at my goal or surpass my goal come October. So that's all I have to report. I want to show you some before and after pictures. I never took my baseline photos in October because I figured you couldn't tell I had lost any weight anyway. So now that I've lost some weight, I want to take some, I want to show you guys some before and after pictures so you can see exactly where I am. But that's all. I'm going to stop yapping. And I think that's all I had to report. Yeah, I lost 13 pounds. So that's a grand total of 24 since July. It's a slow progress. It won't happen 25 pounds a month for everybody. But hey, as long as you're losing something and you're making progress. Okay? So wellness wishes. Love y'all dearly. Find me all over social media, and I'll leave some of that business in the description box. And don't forget to check out my memoir, Hindsight is 2020, by Agje Ekundayo, Ekundayo. Second edition is now on Amazon. That's all about undiagnosed psychosis, patient abuse, crazy ex-boyfriend stories, all that business. So, yeah, hopefully Trump and Pence won't screw with the mental health care system. Jesus, help me. Oh, yeah, forgot to tell you guys something. Cheat meals. Limit them. I'm getting better, though, because I just think the week goes by entirely too quickly to have a cheat meal on every single Saturday or something. So what I do is I'll have maybe a cheat snack or a cheat meal, say, every week and a half. I've gotten better at that because I'll blow all my calories in one meal, and that's not cool. So I don't want a cheat meal. Like yesterday I went to Whole Foods, had a cup of mac and cheese and a half a dozen hot wings. That was just bad. But since last week, it's been about a week since I really cheated, and that was a grilled chicken wrap, like the little snack wraps from Wendy's. I had one of those before I went to the track and just walked. I can't walk in the street, seriously, because me, I'm clumsy. I don't want to trip over anything. I just feel you fall the wrong way, you'll bust something open and you'll be in physical therapy for life. But yeah, I'll watch the cheat meals, or I'll have one of those healthy meals because they're junk anyway, and then I won't feel as bad. But I do have my little cheat meals and my, cheat snacks. I just try not to overdo it, and I watch the sugar. That's how I've really eliminated a lot of this weight, just getting sugar out of my diet. Yeah, taking a lot of sugar out of my diet. Desserts and cakes and cookies and cupcakes, even the ones that's supposedly healthy and vegan and all that. Nah, I don't need it. I put Splenda in coffee. I do like my coffee drinks and my Starbucks, but forget low glycemic. I just don't want any sugar at all. And it's tough because everything we eat has sugar. Like, for example, I read the label for the Healthy Request Campbell's tomato soup. High fructose corn syrup and 10 grams of sugar. Come on. And then it has like 17 grams of carbs, so, forget making black bean soup. At least that way, it's just not going to happen. So, I just have to limit, practice some restraint, some discipline, and surround myself with people who are also on a weight loss journey or who are also health conscious. And yeah, eliminating sugar. That's my cheat meal update. I'll have to leave a recipe of some sort about my favorite cheat meal, which right now I don't have one. I do like crab legs, and I went to a seafood buffet around Christmas, but since then I haven't fooled with any crab or really a whole lot of seafood. Well, I do salmon. I'll do a lean cut of salmon, no skin obviously, with my vegetables. Okay, give me a second. All right, y'all, I babbled enough. Wellness wishes. Love y'all. Bye-bye.